So Rode recently introduced the Wireless Pro, which is this. I've got it hooked up here to the laptop. It's great. It's got this thing called 32-bit float audio, and I've got another video about that. And I might just do one specifically about the Wireless Pro as well. It also allows you to record onto the transmitters, which is great, and they had that in the Wireless Go 2 as well. But what it has is timecode. Now that's really useful because the timecode it sends out here, I can use it to synchronize with my EOS R5 C, which is very handy. So they synchronize together. And I've done this also with a Canon EOS C70 as well. So this is useful if you've got multiple cameras or if you've got audio being recorded separately, you can sync them up using the timecode. And this works on some cameras that have timecode on them, and they're usually the more professional ones, such as the cinema range from Canon, but I've also done this with Sony's as well. So what you need to do is set it up on here, and you can do that either using the computer, and I've got a Mac here, or you can do it using your smartphone as well. I'm going to show you how to set it up on both. And it's really quite straightforward. So I've got it connected here. I've opened up my Rode Central app here, and you can see it's connected. I clicked on the device, and over here is the option for timecode, and I'm just going to click on that. My frame rate is 25 frames per second. Whatever it is, it should match the camera. Now, some of you might be asking, can't the camera send it to the Rode? No, it works the other way around. The Rode doesn't have timecode in. Okay, and it's using the real time, which is the time which is basically set by the computer here. For the timecode modes, you need to just click here, and you're going for timecode 5 if you're synchronizing with something like the EOS R5 C. So I'm going into show mode on here so that it actually shows on there. So I've got timecode 5. It's going to show on the device as well. And I'm going to click on apply. Now, you will need to switch this off once it's connected. I'm just going to take these headphones here, and you're going to hear why, because it's outputting the timecode, so you'll hear it. So sorry, I've got a few cables in my hand here. Let's just plug this in, and you should be able to hear that. It's quite loud. Don't put the headphones on. They did a firmware update. Make sure your firmware is up to date, so it's actually outputting this. So that's working. I'm just going to unplug that, get rid of that noise. So this is the R5 C. In the top right hand corner, you can see it's got the time code there, and it's 10, 36, 24, 25. So it's showing you the frames. It's got F there for free run. And what I need to do is plug it into the timecode port, which is on the right hand side at the top, just where the vent is for the fan. And you can see it's got a mini BNC. So I have a mini BNC cable here, but it's going to SDI, which is good if I was putting it into something which is a full-size one. So this is a BNC. This would be good for putting into, say, like the C70, or the other day I was using an FS7. But I need this. This is the mini BNC, which goes into the Canon R5 C. And that's the mini BNC just there. So what I need to do is connect it to this cable, which has got the TRS jack here with also a BNC. Now it does need to be TRS. I've been in touch with Rode about this because I had one that was just a TS and it didn't work. So thank you, Rode, for helping out on that. I just contacted their support. Their support is brilliant. But I have got a BNC to BNC connector here. So let's just do that. I'm going to put a link below to all these bits and pieces that I got because I had to look around for them. This one here, both of these actually came from a brand called Alvin's Cables, which I've discovered recently. I've got an HDMI cable from them, or Alvin, as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Rode here and I'm going to connect it up here, plug it into the output there, and then I'm going to plug it in here. Now what you'll see is up here the time code is saying 10:38 and 16, 17, 18 seconds. The time code on here, if I press the button on the right here, which is the channel/link button, if I press it 3 times, I can now see my time code here. It's showing me, hopefully you can see that, it's showing me that it is 12:29, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. So let's plug it into here and see what it does. You're going to see I haven't pressed it in yet. As soon as I do, well, it's already picked it up. It was that close. I hadn't even pushed it all the way in. And you can see it's got an E there. So it's external. It's coming from an external thing. And there are other devices, such as Tentacle makes something which can synchronize a whole load of devices and stay connected. Now, what you need to make sure that you do is every few hours you do this. So basically, Rode says every 4 hours resync it. So, because you do have to pull it out because you're going to use it as a microphone. And you have to be careful there because you've got to switch it off. Otherwise, you're going to be busy having that noise come down into the camera. And you'll know straight away when you put the headphones on. So that's done. Let me unplug that. You'll see it goes back to F there. I can unplug this. They're done. This time I'm going to switch it off. I'm going to actually put it in to the phone so you can see the app working there. So let's just do that. So it comes with a Lightning to USB-C connector in case you've got an iPhone with the Lightning connector on it, the new iPhone 15 Pros and Maxes and the other ones as well are now USB-C like some others. And you'll see that the device has come up here. So you can see it's got TC5 in the top sort of left-hand corner there, showing me that it's timecode mode 5. And you could potentially switch it off there, but I find that doesn't always do the trick. And there's different modes and you need to find out about those. So what I'm going to do is, let me just close that. Let's just hit cancel. Where I switch it off is here on timecode. I'm going to do that. It's sort of halfway down on the right. Let's choose that. You can see it's done the 25 frames per second. I'm just going to use this switch here on the left-hand side underneath where it says timecode to switch it off, then hit confirm. That's now off, and you can see it's now gone back, showing here your routing, which is showing merged. That's where it's merging the 2 microphones into one. You could have it as split if you just keep tapping on that. So there you go. That's how you can do timecode. Really, really useful for synchronizing these together. So if you want to synchronize the sound from here onto the camera, that's useful. Things like Premiere and Final Cut Pro, you can use the sound, the actual waveform, and it will synchronize, but this is so much faster and better. And if you've got multiple cameras, you can just go around and put it in. Just remember, every 4 hours or sooner, just to go and resync all of them again. So quite often I'm having to switch it on here using the phone. So I would just go into my time code, switch my time code on, and then just make sure that it is on time code 5 and hit apply. And there we go, that is switched on again. I hope this was useful. If you do like this, please do come back and like, share and subscribe like everyone asks you to do. Thanks for watching, take care and happy filming.